Dev Talk. That was like 3 days ago. Yeah, this one here. So let's have a look-see.
Hello everyone, I'm Y. Welcome to today's Dev Talk. It's been nearly a year since the official release of Zenless 0, and we like to thank all proxies.
It's the first time they're speaking
Our team
English.
will also like to use this opportunity to share with you some of the development progress for version 2.0 and our plans for the future of Zenless 0.
Alright. What's the plan for the season 2 story?
In season 2's story, we will follow the protagonist to a unique area within New Eritol, Wi-Fi Peninsula,
More
which will be
regions.
the main stage for the story of version 2.0. Wi-Fi Peninsula is a district of the throne
More like
quarter
Waifu Peninsula, am I
near the
right?
Lemnian Hollow. The earlier settlers of this region were tasked to monitoring the highly volatile Lemnian Hollow. And
Okay.
the name Wi-Fi is derived from the Cantonese characters for protect and anomaly, from the phrase protection from the anomaly called the hollows. Later, an outpost was established here, which then became the city area Phalium Heights.
Phalium
Phalium
Heights.
Heights was built at the top of a cliff, overlooking the
I like
bay
this tea
with
shop.
beautiful scenery. This is also an area rich in porcelain, a precious material that's highly resistant to ether corruption.
Okay.
Mining and processing porcelain has thus become the core industry of Wi-Fi Peninsula. Behind this massive industry and its profits, however, lies a tangled mess of factions. Here, we'll gradually unravel the clues we planted throughout
I like
the
this new
story this
music.
fall. For example, Sarah's true plans behind the sacrifice
Okay,
and the bringer
we get
incident,
to see more about
the
Sarah.
conspiracy behind the mysterious exorcist, and the truth behind the fall of the old capital, as well as the secrets of the Faison siblings.
Eee!
Meanwhile, our protagonists will encounter agents from various factions
Which
and
factions?
embark on brand new adventures.
Which adventures?
For example, that way seeker with
Oh,
yellow cape we saw earlier is none other than Yi Xuan, the current leader of Yunhui Summit.
Dude, she's so
She will
cool.
make her debut as a key character in season 2. As the story
She's so
unfolds,
cool. Wait,
the
wait, 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 wait.
protagonists pick them from that way seeker.
Oh, damn! Look at her! Damn, truly the waifu peninsula, am I right? The Wayseeker. She's gotta be another Void Hunter, right? She's basically gonna be she's definitely gonna be the Miyabi from 2.0. Well, the Miyabi for the version 2 of ZZZ, right?
With yellow cape we saw earlier.
Damn.
not-
Ugh, I love the asymmetry too.
Other than Yi Xuan, the current
She's cool.
leader of Yunhui Summit. She will make her debut as a key character in season 2. As the story unfolds, the protagonists will gradually uncover her mysterious past
Yeah.
and become a new disciple.
We're gonna become a
Yunhui Summit.
disciple?
Yi Xuan will become our steadfast support and
What does
guide
that
us
mean?
in her craft as our mentor.
Is she gonna
helping
teach us how to
explore
fight?
The hollows directly. Beside Yi Xuan, who oversees Yunhui
Probably.
Summit, the defense forces.
I really
Honor
wonder
Squad
if we're
that
gonna
we
end up
all
being
familiar
playable
with,
eventually.
as well as the previously revealed idol faction Angels of Delusion.
Yo! The Angels of Delusions are gonna come out in the season 2. That's cool. It's the streamer faction, I think. Cute, cute, cute. Yeah. That's some Gyaru stuff right there. At least the one that's sitting on the chair. Idol strong. Yeah, this is literally VTubers, right? As cool beans. I like we're getting more Android characters, right? Like the girl in the middle. Well, I don't know how to call them, right? But like Android-ish, I suppose, or I don't remember what they call, like intelligent entities. What I mean is that it's like Billy, right? Also, the girl on the right, she has like a huge scar on her back, I think. Yeah, I wonder what that's about. They look cool. I'm assuming that like 1 or 2 of them are gonna be 4 stars, though.
Will all be making their appearance in season 2.
They also have a ring
Prepare
light.
the season 2 teaser trailer to be released on April 13th.
That's in 2
More
days. Okay.
information about the various factions will also be revealed then.
Okay, cool beans. Compared to regular updates, what's special about the content of Season 2?
For the content direction of Season 2, we will not just be simply adding more characters and areas. We've been taking feedback from our practice very seriously.
How seriously?
And incorporated this feedback into our design philosophy.
What philosophy?
Making an adjustment from the ground up.
Good.
I'll be sharing some of the results
They've
with
listened.
you all during the program.
Okay.
The most noticeable change is in the map design. We've completely revamped the entire map experience
Okay.
and integrate the residential areas with combat zones at the system level, providing a more fluid and engaging gameplay experience for practice.
I think that means that some of the places where we're gonna fight are, it's not gonna be completely separated. I think this is what it means, because like in Season 1 or like all the 1 point versions basically, like where you fight is kind of very different or away from where people live. So maybe that means that some of the stages will take place inside the city, like some of the fighting scenes and stuff like that, or when you're playing through the combat, right?
First, let's talk about the design of the main city area, Beilong Heights.
Fellium
We made
Heights,
the area much larger to ensure comprehensive city functionality,
larger
while
area, okay.
allowing for potential expansion in future versions, while also reducing loading times caused by scene transition.
Like the scene transition isn't really what bothers me the most. What bothers me the most is like Luminous Square. Luminous Square still causes FPS drop to this day. Like if you're making a larger area, I really hope they optimize it properly. Because like if it's a larger area but it feels laggy, that's gonna be so annoying.
The new daily system will also be designed to match the local culture.
A
and
new daily
customs
system?
of the Wi-Fi Peninsula area. As a business-savvy video store owner, helping Yunhui Summit manage various aspects of 随便 Temple
Oh, so we're gonna
will
be
also
managing
be
the
a part
temple.
of our new life.
Okay.
This new gameplay features
Does that mean we're gonna
elements
close the
and
video
new
store for a
features
while?
such as bamboo dispatch,
Bang with dispatch?
integrating residential areas with exploration areas, and creating a smoother
Okay,
experience. As
okay.
for the visuals, with the help and the careful maintenance of the proxies, 随便 Temple will gradually be restored to its
Oh, that's
normal
cool.
glory.
I really like those events that they've done, like in HSR, like like managing the museum, or like making the Autumn Vale flourish and stuff like that. I think that's really freaking cool. So if they integrate that kind of like in the main new area of the version 2, that's gonna be fucking great. Making your room, yeah.
Plus, various elements such as holes, scratch cards.
Oh my
will
god, the
take
scratch
on
cards are
new
back.
forms that match the vibe of 随便
It will
Temple.
become, it will be
The
different.
frequently
Okay.
mentioned loading issues has also been resolved in Beilong
Okay.
Heights.
Okay.
Previously, due to a limitation in the underlying design, the video store that proxies see from outside along the street does not match the actual size of the video store from within. So, we need a loading screen to bridge the interior and the exterior of the store.
So they're not making the
In
same
Beilong
mistake for the
Heights,
version 2,
however,
but for version
returning
1 it's still
home
gonna be
is
an
no
issue.
longer a process that requires waiting. Additionally, we optimized the pathway in Beilong Heights.
Okay.
The function area will be more concentrated, and the path to access each area will become more efficient and streamlined,
Okay.
ensuring that overall experience will become smoother and more fluid. Next, let's take a
I like
look
fluid.
at the ancient rooms of the aerospace city
Oh!
located within the
Ancient
Millennium
rune?
Hollow. Although the aerospace city has long been devoured by the hollow, the
Delicious.
stable area at its edge is still being used to mine and produce porcelain. In version 2.1,
Is porcelain
we will
supposed to be
begin
like
our
porcelain?
exploration of the Lemnian Hollow
I mean, it sounds the same.
The aerospace city.
And if you consider like
With the past few
the
versions as
waifu
precious learning experience,
peninsula sounds
its
like the
overall
Chinese
design
area.
will be more refined, with larger explorable areas, more robust systems, and more streamlined guidance. One distinct improvement is that after completing their training at 随便 Temple, the proxy siblings
Oh my
no
God!
longer need to return to the video store to access the hollows
Okay.
through the HDD
They're
system.
basically removing an annoying
Instead,
step that you had to
they can
do.
now travel more conveniently between Billion Heights and the aerospace city.
Yeah, sure.
The craft
Cinema.
they
We
will
don't have
run
to go to
will
the
also
HGT
be
again.
of great help
Huge.
in their future holo explorations.
Oh my god. What other improvements are in the new version? Yeah, tell us.
While we've added new areas, the travel system wasn't just simply expanded upon.
Okay.
In Season 2, we've redesigned.
Yeah, because
the
if we have to
travel
pan between like
changing from
30
the
regions, it's gonna be
original
annoying.
sliding area selection system.
Oh,
to a
we're actually gonna
larger
get the map!
format. We're also improving
Yay!
the UI experience.
Actually, that's really
We
cool
also
because I
added-
think like the travel around when you're like on the car is fine, but like getting an actual map of the area would be really awesome because that way you can really like situate yourself. Because I have no idea which area, where each area is in relation to the others. You know what I mean? So yeah, I really want to see how they look. A mini map to the interface along with the navigation
Mini
features.
map
Okay, that's
to the
cool. Hey,
interface.
Mercade.
Along
Afternoon.
with the navigation features, proxies can now select their destination more quickly.
Awesome.
And gain a clear understanding of new Eridu's
Yes!
geographical layout.
That's what I want,
Regarding
baby.
plot structure, we've also noticed that since special episodes and the basin stories are relatively independent story units,
This is one of the reasons why I tend to be lazy about them and don't do them. It's because they seem a bit too separated. So I end up being like, oh, they're not as important, so I don't do them. But I need to do them. I'm just lazy.
the current narrative structure results in weaker connections between plot points,
Yeah.
resulting in a disjointed viewing experience.
Okay.
In future versions, we will merge special episodes and basin
Oh,
stories
that's what I'm
together,
talking about,
putting
baby.
more focus on developing the connection between
Okay,
the
so now
various
in the
agents
future,
and
the
main
character quests that we get, like the companion stories, are going to be more relevant to the main story of Python. That's awesome.
storyline. We're also deepening the proxies environment.
That's cool.
We will also steadily update the main storyline with each version, while ensuring that we do not compromise on
Good.
its narrative
No
quality.
compromise.
In addition to ongoing gameplay improvements,
Yeah.
our team has also been constantly exploring the idea of bringing Zenless Non-Zero to users on more platforms.
Oh my god.
What I can
Xbox
reveal
reveal.
right now is that Zenless Non-Zero is being prepared
Oh my
alongside
God.
the Xbox platform.
Insane.
We'll share more info
What about the Switch
with
2?
everyone during the upcoming Xbox
Probably after the
Live
Genshin on Switch, right? Trust. What are our plans or adjustment for the combat system? Ooh.
The current combat design significantly diminishes the presence of the characters other than the main
Remember when the other characters apart from the main DPS could not ulti? Yeah, that was even worse before.
DPS. What should be a 3-person tactical squad feels more like a solo operation. So for the character combat design in Season 2,
Okay.
we will enhance the functionality and performance of non-DPS characters. For example, when agents are switched out, they can still remain on field.
So,
and contribute
like
to
here as an
combat.
example, basically
Thus,
they're talking about the aftershock effect. So basically they're saying that their philosophy when it comes to making characters is going to be that they have ways of still interacting in combat even when they're not on the field. What I wonder, is this going to be a retroactive thing? Are they going to give more things for like previous characters, or is that just their new philosophy moving forward?
the visual indication of their combat performance, while not affecting the player's control of the on-field agent. Another possibility is adding new attack and
Okay.
defense mechanics for enemies. Specific moves might require specific counter strategies that require teamwork from different characters in your squad. Or in certain special combat areas, enemies can gain certain advantages through specific conditions.
Okay.
Of course, some of these are just preliminary ideas, while others might make an appearance in the version 2.0 special program. However, the ultimate goal of these optimizations is to enhance overall synergy between characters, elevating both combat and visual experience to the next level.
Okay. Can you share any insight on the design direction for upcoming version
To
events?
sum up, in our future development plans, we are aiming to optimize events in 3 aspects.
More loot.
First, we'll continue improving on existing game modes,
Okay.
such
Good.
as Grand Muscle Adventure,
Ah, the
Banjo
return of
versus
the Fall
Israel, and
Guys.
so on. To make them more
The
fun
return
for
of the
players.
tower
At the
defense.
same time, we'll be rolling out more exciting new gameplay.
Okay. Like
In
what?
future versions, we might see casual duels between bamboo
You know what I want? Give me some auto battler. Give me some TFT. Give me some auto chess.
boosts,
That's what I
or
want.
even get to control a giant bamboo.
A
in
giant
combat.
bamboo. What?
Besides events featuring our
Giant
adorable
Eos
bamboo,
with a sword.
we will also introduce some slow-paced, relaxing events to enrich Proxy's everyday life outside of the main story, such as spending joyful moments with agents at hot pot restaurant, movie theaters, and more.
Is it
also-
gonna be more of the dating thing that you just have the character follow you around and be like, yeah, I want to take a picture here. Take a picture. It's like, okay, thank you, see ya.
I hope that beyond the intense and the thrilling combat events,
I hope they develop these a
players
little bit
can
more.
also take up research to enjoy the
More
life
in-depth
story
dating, please.
events.
Yeah, can we get the dating where we end up having sex in the bed or not? Or not in the bed, just sex
Every
in general.
character is the result of our team's blood. sweat, and
Oh! Are there
dedication.
any plans in future versions regarding characters released earlier in the game? Are they gonna buff all characters? Oh god, is Ellen gonna be back?
Our team has put in quite a bit of effort to ensure characters are relatively future.
Yo, that's kind of crazy. Because HSR, we're at 3 point something. HSR is gonna be buffing all character. Here we're 2 point something. They're gonna be buffing all characters. Meanwhile in Genshin, we're gonna be 6.0 and no plans to buff all the character.
Proof and have long-term value.
Yo!
Showcasing a
Man, the
character's
vent is
charm
looking
isn't
good
just
on the
about
banner right
mindlessly
now.
beating
Shush!
up
Can't
their
wait to
stats,
not pull for him.
while maintaining each character's unique trait. We will strategically
Yo!
enhance their unique trait, rather than just simply boosting
Wait, what is that?
their stats, while maintaining each character's
Yeah, those are some of the abilities that we see in the game mode, the special game mode, like the roguelike game mode, right?
unique
But I
trait.
wonder if they will do some changes like that for all the characters that are feeling very underwhelming at the moment, and just make it a permanent change rather than just like for one game mode that's not very difficult by itself anyway.
We will strategically enhance their unique trait,
Okay,
rather than just simply boosting their damage
that's
output.
good.
For example, we'll supplement or even rework certain skills and their effects.
That's awesome. That is
tailoring them
awesome.
To each character's experience. Besides that, we'll also consider each character's role very seriously, while strengthening
Well, you should really consider the character's role of my Ellen, because right now her role is bench warmer.
the characters. We will also take into consideration
Yay!
their compatibility with other characters in
Okay.
future versions. In terms of storytelling,
Bed
we hope
warmer,
that
I
our
wish.
characters, even those have
Unfortunately,
already
she's a
been
high
released,
schooler, so she's not
can
warming my
showcase
bed,
their
that's for
own
sure.
unique charm. In version 1.7, for example, we'll get to see
The only
quite
thing
a
she can
few
warm
scenes
for me
between
is gonna be
Rockman
either the
and
bench
Akita.
or my tea.
These interactions are crucial for the character's emotional investment in the
Hot.
long run. We
Now
hope
kiss.
that every character can find a purpose that belongs solely to them in different corners of New Everton. Although it might be challenging to do this well, we'll continue to work hard to create more meaningful relationships between characters and players.
Meaningful relationship with characters and players? Ayo, can I get a meaningful relationship between me and and Jane Doe, please?
Or even take their bond.
What? Okay. Hello? Man, so it is really the waifu peninsula. That's what I said earlier. Remember when they talk about the waifu peninsula? Pog. Actually true. What else can you tell the players? Thank you for playing the game. We
As I
really like
mentioned,
you,
we've
and
admittedly
your
fell
feedback is
short
great.
In the earlier stage in terms of both narrative and the gameplay elements. We've been working hard to make improvements,
Okay.
continuously incorporating feedback.
There
from
it is.
Proxies
Thank you for the
and
feedback.
Optimizing our content.
Classic.
Thank you,
Classic move.
Proxies,
There
for
there
your
it is.
continued patience,
Thank you for your
feedback
feedback and support.
In future
What did I
content
say?
updates, we will prioritize ensuring content quality and humbly continue to welcome feedback and guidance
Humble.
from our proxies with the utmost respect.
Okay.
We hope Season 2 will bring proxies a more complete and smoother experience.
Oh my god.
If you encounter any issues with gameplay experience, we hope you will share more feedback through the official
Oh my
community
God.
channels. Your feedback and suggestions are crucial for our future content development. See you next time.
Bye. Yeah, this was great. Very
Tangled mess of factions.
this is very good news. I think in general this is very promising. But you know which part is the most promising one?
Outpost was established here, which then became the city area, Balion Heights. Balion Heights was built at the also an area rich with a light.
There it is. This is the best part. The waifu peninsula. I cannot wait for all those waifus. Yeah, I will say in general this looks very good. The Wayseeker is badass. So yeah, I'll be enjoying the crap out of it. Very, very cool. I'm looking forward for the 2.0 live stream, which is gonna be, I mean, we know that 1.7 is gonna be the last one, right? It's like it's gonna be the epilogue part 2. So it's probably gonna set up some transition into the 2.0, and I'm excited. It's kind of crazy to think that 2.0 is gonna be out in what, like basically 2 months at most, I would say. Maybe a bit more, something like that, right? Because we're getting we're getting 1.7 relatively soon at this point. So yeah, that's hype as F. It's super, super cool. That's exciting. Let me know what you guys think. What are you most excited for? So yeah, we'll see. I'm personally not a fan of Python exploring the holos themselves. I thought it was very refreshing that we had main character at a different role than the characters you pull for. And I've been missing fairy quite a bit in these recent updates too. We'll have to see how all these things are going to be implemented in the story. Yeah, we'll see. I don't really mind personally for now. I guess we'll find out how that ends up being in the future. Like, I will say what I think about that is that recently it felt like the Python exploring the holo didn't really change much. It felt like it was not that important. I was like, okay, why is it better for her to be there rather than EOS? But I think if they implement that better with, like, maybe, you know, like your character can be here and the other sibling can be with EOS, and then you can have basically on one side, like you have the 2 hackers there at the same time, working as proxies. That can be useful because you can't have both of them working on EOS at the same time. But that hasn't really been shown so far. Anyway, looks cool. I'm excited. Pog. Subscribe, please.